hope you all are doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, thank you. If you are returning, thank you. Little Palo Santo. Yeah. 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 Okay, back. And I'm back. Y'all know I get wrapped up in my music and it's like, okay, bring it back. How are you? I hope you all are doing wonderful. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's get right into it. Father God, in the name of Jesus, thank you so much for allowing us to gather this beautiful evening on your behalf to, first of all, we thank you for our life. We thank you for this opportunity to even have this day. We thank you for allowing us to wake up today and giving us another opportunity to be utilizing your kingdom as only you see fit and have designed us to do so. We each are on our own path and on our own journeys, and we thank you for this alignment at this time. For whoever is meant to see this, Lord, I thank you for whatever messages that they are to receive through me. I am honored, grateful, and humbly submit myself as a conduit to you on behalf of them. Thank you for our ancestors for watching over us and fighting battles in realms that we cannot see. Thank you for them cheering us on and bestowing wisdom upon us all that wish us well. We rebuke any evil eye, any evil intent, any evil energies, and return to sender 10 times fold. And we thank you for our archangels for being on assignment to minister to us, to heal us, to guide us, to protect us, and do all that archangels do. We love you, we praise you, we acknowledge you, and we surrender and submit to you, knowing that all is well. And the church say, amen. Happy Sunday. So much has happened since I last recorded. I purposely take certain days off to rest, unless my body demands it like it did a couple days ago. That was definitely not what I thought, dropping stuff, was going to happen. But outside of that, I do have specific days that I just rest and just be. And I almost thought that tonight wasn't going to happen, but alas, here I am, my loves. So let's get straight into it. You know, it's funny because I have yet to decide on which deck I like the most. I know which one I don't like. And it's the one that was just a little too cumbersome for my little bitty hands. And that was that Miracle deck. But these other three, it's tough. So drop in the comments which ones you have enjoyed the most. Just so we can recap real quick, we had the Rethink Affirmation for Mindful Life cards. We had the Ever So Sleek and Tiny 63 affirmation cards. And then we ended the last video with the Namaste deck. All those decks were listed or are listed in the previous videos in the description with the cards that were pulled. So even if you didn't watch the video, which I pray that you did, or don't want to have to go back and rewatch the video, it is listed in the description, although all views are absolutely appreciated. So please feel free. Maybe you'll catch something you didn't catch the first time. All right. So for those of you all who don't know me, I am Dee. I am your spiritual therapist. I am your big sister. I am your nurse of 17 years. I am your travel agent. I am your personal trainer. And I'm your company at the moment. Okay. Why do I do this? I do this because I know that there are souls out there like myself who absolutely need encouragement from time to time. I myself need encouragement from time to time. So I can absolutely relate and empathize with anyone that just needs that push along. Because over here, we don't do pity parties. We do faith parties. Okay? So if you don't want to have to call up somebody, or maybe you don't have someone to call up for a little push of encouragement, feel free to tune in to any one of my videos. I do have a daytime series, but this is summer nights. As we slowly but surely make our way to summer. I have already quantum leaped to summer, okay? I've been in summer mode since May. Anybody else relate out there? It definitely feels like summer. That's the thing about manifestation. When you can own the energy of something, it just is what it is because you say it is. That's what you call delusional faith. All right. Come to me, all who labor and are heavily laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Walk boldly and wisely. There is a hand above that will help you on. Philip James Bailey. But never underestimate the power of a self-pep talk. Okay? Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to tell yourself, look, get a grip, child. This too shall pass. How many times have you been at the doorstep of newness, of a reconfiguration of your reality because you spoke something and it required your reality to shift? Maybe even your own identity, probably your own identity, because even in manifesting, calling things into your life is going to require you to become the person that can actually handle what you've asked for. You can't ask for $1 million and you suck with money, or you have a really warped reality when it comes to money or relationship with money, because money is an energy. And so it's also very much connected to self-love and the ability to receive. You'd be amazed how it can be difficult for some people and not even realize it, for them to receive, openness to receive. Oftentimes it'll come in the form of, let's say someone tries to give advice. I've actually encountered this several times where, as a nurse, or even just as in conversation, I have a wealth of knowledge that I will readily share at any given moment, because I feel as though that's the point of being on this planet, is one of the points outside of learning the true definition of love, specifically self-love and acceptance and grace and forgiveness and all of those things, is also to network. Because we are literally cut from the same energy. We are derived from the same energy. And so you're simply looking at another version of yourself, honestly. So why wouldn't I network and give you my knowledge? Doesn't make sense. But you know if someone is in the position to receive based off of how they even just accept free advice. Are they actively listening, or are they just giving excuses? Like when I gave the example of when I went to get the car fixed, and the man was claiming to want to do better in his diet and exercise. And when I gave him as a personal trainer, as a nurse, suggestions, I was met with excuses. That person is not open and ready to receive. So if you find yourself in conversation shutting down, even just information, because you have to understand God, the divine, will absolutely speak through others to you. Oftentimes to answer a question, assist in manifesting what you're calling in by giving you a nudge in the right direction by what someone has said. I've had I've had intuitive nudges through commercials, and especially through conversations. So if you can't even be open to just listening, active listening, you may just have an issue with receiving. Food for thought. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Matthew 21:22. The prayer crowns God with the honor and glory due to his name, and God crowns prayer with assurance and comfort. The most praying souls are the most assured souls. Thomas Brooks. So back to being open to receive. Not only do you have to be open to receive your manifestations and have undeniable delusional belief in the fact that it absolutely will come to fruition. I'm talking about to the point where you just let it go. You just know for a fact that this thing is happening and that's just the end of it. Oftentimes does require your identity to change. Again, if you suck with money or don't even understand the concept of a budget, you're going to have to make some changes in your identity to be able to handle that $1 million that you're asking or manifesting into your reality. If you can't handle $500, how are you going to handle $5 million? So there's oftentimes a transition phase where things absolutely melt away and will position you to grow, to be able to handle what you have asked for. You wouldn't give $5 million to a 5-year-old, not calling you a 5-year-old. But you can absolutely give it to someone who's older and much more mature and has been through certain situations to help them respect money, appreciate it, and handle it properly. And then, you see? So, giving yourself a pep talk along the way is very wise indeed. And in that pep talk, I just thought about, I'm going to see if I can find it and post it in this video. There's a meme of a cat standing in a mirror, standing in a sink, looking in a mirror, giving itself a pep talk, saying, you is great, you is wonderful, okay? You get in that mirror and you remind yourself who the hell you are. You got this, okay? And oftentimes, we'll absolutely forget what we've asked for and then find ourselves in tower moments, find ourselves in situations where things are being stripped away. And it's not a punishment. It is literally putting you in position. It is putting you in alignment. What do they say? You can't put fresh wine in old lambskins. So if you are, in fact, calling new things into your life and you begin to see people fade away or you don't see them the same and they no longer should be in your stratosphere, that is an absolute sign that your manifestations are coming in. And the crazy part about it is you may not even remember which manifestation you called in. I'll use myself as an example. I've requested certain manifestations that I know for a fact caused me to remove certain energies, i.e. people, out of my life because there is no place in my reality that I'm calling in for anyone negative. I have been depositing positivity in people my whole life without receiving half of what I have given in return. And I was okay with that. I was all right with that. I felt like I had enough positivity for myself and others. But then I began to realize some people are absolutely vampiric. And we're simply around to siphon, never truly valuing me. And you know what? Because I made a declaration for a new reality, the divine opened my eyes and helped me realize I am no one's positivity bank. I was trying to think of what's the right word. I mean, when you are a positivity donor, okay? When you go to donate, I don't even think they give you a sticker. I mean, of course, you're doing something for the greater good, but when you have people who literally siphon off your positivity and discard they suck you dry and then discard your carcass as if you were some type of juice box, never fully reciprocating in value or seeing you as a person, just a source of energy. No one deserves that. And if you want better, you got to do better. And sometimes that means taking a look around looking around at the people who are surrounding you and making the conscious decision that, yeah, I'm going to pour into me. You're going to have to learn how to pour into you. Don't let anybody use you. Okay. The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. Exodus 15:2. God is our God forever and ever, and he will be our guide even to the end. Psalms 48:14. All right, we got 3 down, 4 to go for the blessed 7. And then we'll figure out what deck is calling me this evening. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just keep narrowing it down. Whatever deck calls me, or maybe I'll just keep all 3 and just, hey, just whatever deck calls me that day. That's what we're going to do. I think I like that. Or I'll just keep looking. But now I know what I need. That's the beautiful thing about contrast. Oh, there's a card over here. What? You know what? So I'm gonna take all 3 of these. Okay, fine. Let's do it. I like it. All right, so out of the 3, this will be card number 4. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Romans 12:12. To pray is to mount on eagle's wings above the clouds and get into the clear heaven where God dwells. Charles H. Spurgeon. Okay. I made the faux pas of not putting water near me because, of course, now my mouth is like, where's the water? May the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. 2 Thessalonians 3:5. Jesus said, I am with you always to the very end of age. Matthew 28:20. I think we got that the last time for certain. You will be secure because there is hope. You will look about you and take your rest in safety. Job 11:18. We must accept disappointment, but never lose. We must accept infinite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Martin Luther King Jr. That's that controversial quote. It is what it is. Man, I really had some interesting things occur. My path is definitely beginning to unfold little by little. I remember having a conversation with a friend once, and I was explaining how faith is like driving in a fog. And of course, this beautiful friend of mine has never driven in a fog because she's lived on an island her whole life, and the island is quite small. And she's much bigger than that island. I tell her that all the time. You need to get off that island, sweetheart, and find the rest of the world, or let the rest of the world find you, however that goes. But so it was a little difficult for her to understand this analogy. But the point is that when you're driving in a fog and you have your fog lights on, you only get about so much, maybe what, 20 feet ahead of you? And you just got to know that you're still on the road and you haven't veered off to somewhere. I mean, when you're really in a thick fog, if you should be driving at all. But that's how faith tends to be, you know. Sometimes in our walks, it's like shooting arrows in the dark, you know, or driving in a fog with your fog lights on and you just see a little bit of the road at a time. That's it. But you know God got you. You know God got you. So pick an affirmation and make it your mantra, baby. Whenever you are feeling as though, what in the world am I doing? Is this the right path? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? You can even ask God for a confirmation. You'll get it. Maybe subtly, maybe abruptly, but you will get a confirmation. Seek and you shall find. Ask. Knock, and the door shall be answered. However that goes. I think I just butchered that. It is what it is. You get the point. All right, we got one card left, and we will move on. So one of these decks, I think I know which. I was about to say I think I know which one, but now I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just do a couple of each. How about that? Could do that. So just picking one. Maybe I'll do two of each. That'd be cool. Moving right along. My last video was like an hour and some change, so I'm trying to keep it down so it's not so long, especially with me transitioning to the evening. Because then, of course, you know, I'm up afterwards editing and getting them nice and pretty for you. And I really hope you enjoy. You've been enjoying. I've been enjoying. All right, give us one more card, Lord. One more for the collective. What's another message from the divine? And if I didn't mention it, this is my trusty Dusty looking for the box. Where'd you go? I don't know where my box went. But this is my Keep Calm and Trust God deck. No idea as to where the box went, like really. But okay. It's amazing. I have no idea as to where the box went. Oh, well, we got a card though. Alrighty. Blessed are those whose hope is in the Lord their God. Psalms 146:5. When odds are 1 in a million, be that one anonymous. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is your blessed 7. And if I had a box, I would put these cards back in them, but I can't see right now. Oh, wait, there it is. I felt in the dark and literally put my hand right on top of the box. See? That's the type of faith you got to have, that you know is right there. You know it's right there. You can't see it, but you know it's right there. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Bottom of the deck. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. And that, ladies and gentlemen, as they say, is that. All right. Let's do the affirmation cards first. Get a couple of affirmations out here. We're going to do 2 affirmations, 2 rethinks, and 2 namaste. I like it. I like it. I really like this deck because, man, I was watching a tarot reader. And She had these beautiful gold cards. I don't remember the name of the deck or anything like that, but they were like, they had gold foil on them. And she was like, they are just so slippery. And I'm like, I like the slippery cards. I like the slippery cards. There's some dry ones I can't get down with. Ugh, too much. But the slippery ones I can do. Especially when they're small and slippery. Those cards are actually kind of big, so maybe that was just like too much for her. Okay, here we go. Oops. I choose to prioritize myself. I choose to prioritize thyself. Yes. Even if you on a plane, they tell you to put the oxygen on first. Before them kids, and before that man. Put the oxygen on you. Is this upside down? No. It says, I follow my dreams no matter what. I follow my dreams no matter what. Now I want to do another card. Okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. I follow my dreams no matter what. What if you don't have a dream? I remember being responsible for myself so early on that I didn't have an opportunity to dream about my future. I had no idea. So you know what I followed? I allowed God to lead me. And God has definitely led me down a path of stability, love, success, and financial freedom. So even if you don't necessarily have a dream, you can tell the universe to grant me the greatest life possible that I can't even dream to manifest. Step back and let the universe cook, baby. And just watch your socks fly straight off your feet. Because, baby, when you give a tall order like that, the universe is like, oh, cracks their knuckles and says, let's do it. Okay? My body is healthy. My body is healthy. Let me talk about that real quick. The art of affirming is allowing your words to call in that reality. And I say that reality because in the reality at the time that you're calling in the affirmation may look nothing like what you're calling in. I've had conversations with people who will say, well, I'm just being realistic, or I'm talking about what's happening right now. Right? What is happening right at this second is irrelevant because now you've made the conscious decision that you are now going to shift your reality into something more conducive to what you want to experience. What do I mean? Well, you can reverse issues with your body by having it get on board with your mind. I really truly believe that you can heal yourself. I've done it several times. I was almost paralyzed and was told that I would have to have an epidural and a spinal fusion and all kinds of craziness. And I was like, yeah, no, I ain't doing that. And because I am a personal trainer and a nurse, I knew what to do physically, but mentally, as a master manifester, which we all are capable of being, yes. I reaffirmed even on the most painful of days that I felt amazing. And now I can bend over and touch my toes without wanting to cry. I fell in love with healing myself so much that I totally forgot the mission. And when I was asked how my back was doing 4 months later, after having been told that I was probably going to be paralyzed if I didn't have an intervention or stop working out, God forbid, I was like, what? I had totally forgotten about my injuries. Your body is listening. So if you tell it is healthy and you genuinely believe that, your actions will start to subconsciously conform And the love that you send to your body, it will respond. It will thank you and say, you know what? You're right. Because every cell is just a mini version of you. And it's listening, honey. So be careful what you're thinking. It ain't even about what you're saying. Half the time it's about what you think and what you feel about your body. And it's only going to mirror back the energy. Because the energy does not lie. Okay? So please love on you. Oh, that's right. I added another accolade. I am your self-care advocate. Okay? Love on you, baby. It's the only way that you're going to be able to experience this wonderful miracle of our lives, this beautiful blessing of an adventure. The only way you're going to be able to really, truly enjoy it is if you are healthy, mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right, so this is the Rethink deck. And this one is a little bit more and a little bit wider, but it is most certainly worth the effort. So we had 3 affirmations out there. We're going to do 2 of these and 2 of the namaste, and then we're going to move on to the Bible Roulette with the busted Bible. I mean, it's busted, baby. I looked at it today in the daytime, and I was like, good grief. Good. No, not good. Goodness me. Sometimes I have to correct my speech, okay? All right, here we go. Card number 1, radiate confidence. Yes. Let's radiate some confidence, shall we? Alexa, turn on left and right. Listen. Do you see? Hey, y'all. Do you see how, like, I can barely see that? These are beautiful cards, but I mean, goodness. I confidently believe in myself and accept who I am. I trust my inner voice and I embrace my natural abilities. I deserve love and respect, and I proudly accept and embrace my authentic self without any doubt. And it's a woman, got her hands up like she, you know, the Oprah, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Yes, radiate confidence, okay? And the second card is out. That was quick. Respecting boundaries. Let's talk about it, baby, because I had somebody try to disrespect my boundaries over the weekend, and it was like, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. Once you firmly set a boundary, don't you dare let anybody disrespect it. And the easiest way, do you know the cheat code? Act like that motherfucker do not exist. Because if I have set a boundary and you have the audacity to try to violate it, you do not exist. And that's how you got to do that. I don't care who it is. You are the pilot of this plane, honey. You are the captain of the ship. You are the creator. You control what happens. You don't let nobody override your authority. Not over your life, not over your boundaries. That's not what we're doing. Respecting boundaries with utmost reverence for personal boundaries. I cultivate relationships rooted in the fertile soil of mutual respect and unwavering trust. Mindful of the delicate tapestry of human connections, I navigate interactions with grace and compassion, honoring the autonomy and individuality of both myself and others. And it's like a little pinky swear. So you pinky swear that your boundaries will be respected and you will respect others' boundaries as well. Okay? Cool. Namaste. Namaste. It's a little elephant. What's that? Okay. What's this? 2 cards, and then we're going to do our Bible-mancy. I think I like the variety. All right, 2 cards, right? These little hands, boy, they be making it do what it do. And then we have to do our Baileys. I already pre-wrote them. So you set your intentions. I will agree with you. You will agree with mine. It's all rooted in positivity and love. Otherwise, the rest is rebuked and access is denied. We'll burn our Baileys and we will either prepare to close our night in some wonderful, peaceful sound rest. Okay. Or you got to go turn up. Either way, stay safe. Okay. I get the urge to like go out from time to time, but you know, it's not a requirement. I'm a Taurus, you know, Tauruses love their comfort zones, they love their home. But when I'm ready to be out, baby, I go out, trust me. And summer is cometh, so it's just a matter of time. But I will still pump out my content. We got 3 out. We'll take it. I guess it's 3s tonight. And because that deck is so big, I'm not even in the mood to get a headache in my hand. Oh, we got this one the last time. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna take these 2. No, I'm gonna be true. I'll take all 3, but I'll read it last. Hugs are free love. Imagine what it feels like to receive a hug. Now imagine what it feels like to receive a hug from someone you love. There's a huge difference. Just by imagining a hug from someone who is dear and special to your heart, you can feel the sensation of love course through your body. Your body doesn't realize the person you are thinking of isn't there. A hug is a connection, just like thinking of someone is a connection. Imagining a hug from someone dear to you can bring you a connection similar to if you were hugging your special person in real life. This positive connection will course through your body and help reduce stress. All right, imagine me giving you a hug right now. And I give good hugs, honey. Okay? I get that good old healing mama hug. So, you feel it? Give your mind a treat. Notice somehow, oh, you know what? We got this card the last time. Both of these cards. Ugh. Should we take them? No. Let's try. Let's keep moving. We got those cards the last time. Give your mind a treat. I'll list those 2 cards because I remember them very clearly. Maybe I'll list them in the description, but I feel like we need to try. Give it one more whirl. Now, if they fall out again, all right, fine. But if not, we know that it wasn't meant. Oh, man. I need some water, y'all. I'm going to have to probably pause this for a second to get some water. It's like my mouth is like, how dare you? Okay, I like it. Hold on 1 second. I need some water. Okay. So, take a rest in the rest room. Relax or meditate in the restroom. Everyone needs numerous breaks to use the restroom throughout the day. So why not make them part of your stress-less routine? Clear your mind of negative thoughts or any thoughts at all. Take an extra minute or 2 to meditate. Then experience the warm water running over your hands while you wash up. Small breaks throughout the day can help prevent the buildup of stress-related tension and promote peace of mind. Okay. Every opportunity. Alrighty. So that was our Blessed 7. Our 3 affirmation cards. 2 rethink cards and 2 namaste cards. They will all be in the description. So it's time for Oops. Sorry. It's time for the Busted Bible Roulette. All right, Spirit, what you want us to know? Because as we know, we cannot survive off of food alone. We need the nourishment of the word. Drop in the comments. If you've made it this far, first of all, thank you very much. And second of all, drop in the comments, what is your go-to text for guidance to be a decent human being on this planet? Okay. What religious text, or what is your Bible? All right, because I know people of different faiths are out there, obviously, who hopefully are watching. And this isn't about religion. This is about being able to have a perspective of understanding that there is a higher power that we all need to acknowledge, respect, and be grateful. I just happen to be Christian based, but I respect all point of views, unless you are a Satanist or, you know, a cannibal. I don't know. Don't eat me. All right, let's see. I just heard it won't be Ruth. You don't talk about Bruno. Okay, let's see. That's what my boys and I do now. It's like anything that we want to discuss, it's like we don't talk about Bruno. Joshua. But we will talk about Joshua. So let's see. Oh, okay, so we're going to take Joshua. This is New Living Translation Bible, by the way. If you have a Bible, the version that I have is a New Living Translation. And we're going to take 1 through 4. And I have quite a bit underlined, so let's get to it, shall we? All right, so first of all, I've been through this Bible so much, I have to write down how often I am falling on chapters. And I always use a mechanical pencil because, you know, I can't do old school pencils. I got my reasons. Okay, so let's see. Where are we? The Lord's charge to Joshua. Okay, so this is right after the death of Moses. So this is Joshua 1. After the death of Moses, the Lord's servant, the Lord spoke to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' assistant. He said, Moses, my servant, is dead. Therefore, the time has come for you to lead these people, the Israelites, across the Jordan River to the land I am giving them. I promise you what I promised Moses. Wherever you set foot, you will be on land I have given you. You will be on land I have given you. 4. From the Negev wilderness to the south to the Lebanon mountains in the north, from the Euphrates River in the east to the Mediterranean Sea in the west, including all the land of the Hittites. No one will be able to stand against you as long as you live, for I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will not fail you or abandon you. Oh, wait, I love that. I will not fail you nor abandon you. I don't know how people don't believe in a higher power. I see all these miracles on this planet. I mean, look at the animals alone. It's like, I really feel like Australia, and I'm not knocking anybody that lives in Australia, but I'm going to tell you now. If there was ever aliens, which we are the aliens, by the way, but if there was ever any alien world, just zoom in on Australia, because the insects alone, honey. And then the marsupials, and just, I mean, this world is a miracle within itself. and to know that you have a creator that walks with you, that if you listen closely, even talks to you. I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be here if I didn't have that type of connection with the Most High. And it's in you. You're born with it. It's up to you to tap into it. All right. Be strong and courageous, for you are the one who will lead these people to possess all the land I swore to their ancestors I would give them. 7. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the instructions Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the right or the left. Then you will be successful in everything you do. Study this book of instruction continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. This is my command. Be strong and be courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And the church said, what? Amen. I even wrote that here. 1:9. So now I'm gonna just write amen. Okay. What could you possibly not do without God on your side? Like, he just said he'll never fail nor abandon you. Seriously. I've done so many things alone, but they weren't truly alone. I give all credit to the Most High. All credit. 14. They answered Joshua, we will do whatever you command us, and we will go wherever you send us. We will obey you just as we obeyed Moses. And may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. Anyone who rebels against your orders and does not obey your words and everything you command will be put to death. So be strong and courageous. For once, the Israelites made sense. All right, so then down to 2, Rahab protects the spies. Okay, so if I remember this correctly, the story, right, she hid 2 men. Okay, so Joshua sent out 2 spies to scout out the land on the other side of the Jordan River. And but someone told the king of Jericho, so I'm in 2:2. But someone told the king of Jericho, some Israelites have come here tonight to spy out the land. So the king of Jericho sent orders to Rahab, bring out the men who have come into your home, for they have come here to spy out the whole land. Rahab had hidden the 2 men, but she replied, yes, the men were here earlier, but I didn't know where they're from. I don't know what that was. They left the town at dusk as the gates were about to close. I don't know where they went. If you hurry, you can probably catch up with them. Actually, she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them beneath bundles of flax that she had laid out. So the king's men went looking for the spies along the road leading to the shallow crossings of the Jordan River. And as the king's men had left, the gate of Jericho was shut. Before the spies went to sleep that night, Rahab went up to the roof to talk with them. I know the Lord has given you this land, she told them. We are all afraid of you. Everyone in the land is living in terror. For we have heard how the Lord made a dry path for you throughout the Red Sea, through the Red Sea, when you left Egypt. And we know what you did to Sihon and Og, the two Amorite kings east of the Jordan River, whose people you completely destroyed. No wonder our hearts have melted in fear. No one has the courage to fight after hearing such things. For the Lord your God is the supreme God of the heavens above and the earth below. Enough said, child. God had a reputation, okay? It preceded the people. They ain't had to do nothing. They was already scared. Yeah, that's the type of backing you need. That's the big brother you need. The father you need, okay? I have a lot of stuff that's underlined and highlighted, so I'm only going to read a few more because otherwise we'll be here all night for real. And yeah, it just takes way too long to upload. So, let's see, what else do I want to bestow? 14, we offer our lives as a guarantee for your safety. The men agreed. If you don't betray us, we will keep our promise and be kind to you when the Lord gives us the land. Then, since Rahab's house was built into the town wall, she let them down by a rope through the window. Escape to the hill country, she told them. Hide there for 3 days from the men searching for you. Then, when they have returned, you can go on your way. You see how God orchestrated that the spies would be safe? They didn't know what they were going to encounter, but I'm almost positive he had a play in Rahab's ability to understand what it meant when these men came to her because of divine intervention. God will make a way where there is no way. God will make sure that you are protected and safe, even in circumstances where anyone else would probably be afraid, but because you know who your God is, walk in confidence and be courageous. Then the spies, let's see, 21. I accept your terms, she replied, and she sent them on their way, leaving the scarlet rope hanging from the window. That was a signal not to bother her when the stuff hit the fan. When the two spies came down from the hill country, crossed the Jordan, and reported to Joshua all that had happened to them, the Lord has given us the whole land, they said, for all the people of the land are terrified of us. Okay. 3 goes on to discuss the crossing of the Jordan River. So the people, I'm at 14. So the people left the camp to cross the Jordan, and the priests who were carrying the Ark of the Covenant went ahead of them. It was the harvest season, and the Jordan was overflowing in its banks. But as soon as the feet of the priests who were carrying the ark touched the water at the river's edge, the water above that point began backing up a great distance away at a town called Adam, which is near Zarethan. And the water below that point flowed to the Dead Sea until the riverbed was dry. Then all the people crossed over near the town of Jericho. Meanwhile, the priests who were carrying the ark of the Lord's covenant stood on dry ground in the middle of the riverbed as the people passed by. They waited there until the whole nation of Israel crossed the Jordan on dry ground. God will make a way where there seems like there is no way. All right, 4. Memorials to the Jordan crossing. So I'm at 4:2. Now choose 12 men, one from each of the tribes. Tell them, take 12 stones from the very place where the priests are standing in the middle of the Jordan. Carry them out and pile them up at the place where you will camp tonight. Let's see. What number is that? 14. That day the Lord made Joshua a great leader in the eyes of all the Israelites, and for the rest of his life they revered him as much as they revered Moses. 15. The Lord had said to Joshua, "Command the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant to come up out of the riverbed." So Joshua gave the command. As soon as the priests carrying the Ark of the Lord's covenant came up out of the riverbed, and their feet were on high ground, the water of the Jordan returned and overflowed its banks as before. So I highly encourage you to go back and read Joshua 1 through 4. And I will put all of what I feel is an additional message of the section that has been selected this evening in the description. Okay. Now it is time to burn our bay leaves, and we are going to get you back on your way, hopefully better than what you were before you came. Not that you were bad, but we can only get better, honey. All right, let's do a little bay leaves, shall we? I'll be right back. Now I want you to get in the most positive vibration you can and think of something wonderful that you are calling into your life, and know that your big sister is in that same energy with you. And thank you for tuning in. I wish you nothing but a wonderful evening of rest whenever you do lay your head, okay? And a beautiful week ahead, okay? So, stay beautiful, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay tuned, stay aware, stay safe, and most of all, my beautiful ones, stay loved, okay? See you next time.